Alright, what's up guys? So before we got started and headed over to training, I wanted to show you something I've been using a lot and implementing in my training that it's improved my mobility in my hips and my back. It's called the Pso-Rite. I've been using it to just warm up. What you do is you lay on it first, but you're going to lay down flat on your stomach and you're going to put it right here, and as you lay into it, it's going to fire up and stretch your psoas a lot better than any normal stretch would. Again, you lay on it in the back, and the cool thing is when you order one, they send you a packet on how to stretch out your different parts, so you can do your psoas, lower back, hip. I use the psoas, lower back, and hips for it. I'm gonna start implementing my shoulder on it as well. Another one you can do is on your IT band. On the description below in the video, I'm gonna put a link for all the videos for it and their Instagram page to check them out. Thank you again to Pso-Rite for sending me this, and I'm telling you, it is a game changer and a life changer. It lets me move better, less pain, less stress, and less wear and tear on my body. Take care of yourself so you can end up performing better. I'll catch you guys at the gym.
Ti odio e te l'ho detto. Se mi ricercassi tu considerami morto. È bastato solo guardare il tuo nome sullo schermo per capire che fa più male ritornare a toccare il fondo. Solo con te divento così stupido, non so perché. Tanto questa volta io non lascio che mi fotti. Scendi, scendi, questa macchina non porta a una destinazione, ad un'evoluzione. Spendi, spendi, queste lacrime su un'altra Gucci tutta nuova, comprala più costosa. Mi porta giù. Solo con te divento così stupido, non so perché. Mi porta giù. Tanto questa volta io non lascio che mi fotti. Sappi che ho capito, sappi che ho rapito, non faccio fatica, no, a dire sempre la mia. Macigni grossi che risalgono nel...
So we just pulled up to recruit strength. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain in the background. There's a tropical storm going on today. You're used to these. Honestly, the tropical storm now is just a bunch of wind and a little bit of rain. It's supposed to pick up later in the day. So far, it's just really windy and it's just rain. So once you get in the gym, you're probably gonna hear a lot of rattling. You know, not that much, but we're here at recruit strength, gonna get some squats in. And I was gonna kind of talk about the importance of lifting for jiu-jitsu. You don't want to necessarily just lift to be big or lift to you know, get bigger muscles. That's not gonna necessarily help you in jiu-jitsu. You can see, you see it all the time. I roll with bigger guys. Doesn't always help them that much. Yes, size does play a factor in jiu-jitsu. When you're going against the, you know, absolute division, you got a guy that's like 200 pounds and he's, you know, got the skill level that matches his weight. For sure, that makes a difference. However, starting out, it does not, especially at your level. In my weight class, I'm not, bigger biceps aren't gonna help me submit a guy. Now, more strength in my bicep for sure will. Lifting for strength towards jiu-jitsu, that's beneficial for sure. I always preach about, you know, making sure you're squatting, you're deadlifting, not so much benching. Maybe that'll help with, you know, shrimping and bumping, but you don't want to get in those positions in the first place. So I always talk about, definitely you want your big two, which is deadlifting and squatting. You obviously want to do them correctly and just work on those, work on big lifts and not so much maxing out. I don't max out at the gym. Like, honestly, I haven't maxed out in years. That's not my goal. Again, my goal is building strength. I don't compete in powerlifting. My knowledge doesn't go that far in regards to powerlifting. I just, you know, lift for strength towards jiu-jitsu and do specific jiu-jitsu based lifts. Usually you're going to be doing a lot of legs, especially when you're doing a takedown game and you're driving off a single leg, double leg, all that stuff. So legs are for sure. Your back is going to be a big thing. It's the biggest muscle, so why not, you know, strengthen it? You're going to be using your back all the time. You're going to be, especially for chokes and guillotines, people think it's your arms, but really when you're squeezing in, it's your back. But we're going to go get some lifting in, and I'll catch you guys inside recruit strength. So what I'm doing here is I'm just warming up my shoulders, working on the mobility of my shoulders, and stretching out my chest, just to get the muscles warmed and ready. You know, I really want to just mitigate any potential for injury or strain, especially now with all my competing. I can't risk getting an injury and getting, even just a slight pull. I can't do that, because then that puts me out for a couple months or weeks, depending on the type of injury. And that's, a couple months or weeks I could be training towards a competition. But you really just people get scared a lot by lifting, especially squats and deadlifts. They think they're high risk for injury. Don't get me wrong, they are if you do them incorrectly and you're not warming up properly beforehand. If you're just going in and squatting 315, you're gonna get injured because you're not properly warm. You wanna, and that goes with the whole body. I warm up my entire body. I have squats today, and yeah, it's lower body lift, but you'd be surprised on how much, your back goes into it and your shoulders go when you're bracing on the bar. There's a lot more that goes into the lift than just your legs. So I go full body warm up. I go full body warm up, especially with focus on my hips, because I have hip issues. Just years of not stretching and warming up has caused me to have those hip issues, and they're not really issues; they're just super tight. So I'm gonna warm up. My warm up is pretty long. It's 20 to 30 minutes I take on warming up. It's that important. And then even afterwards too, much stretching and cooling down afterwards, I take 20 to 30 minutes because I can't play around. As an athlete, I gotta take care of my body the proper way, and that includes taking the extra time that's tedious and seems, boring to improve my body. Workout's done and over with, stretched out, good to go. Storms died down a little bit, honestly, and you're gonna get a lot of that in Florida, where it'll be dead cloudy and then maybe 5 seconds later it's so sunny outside. Not bad. Other than that, the workout was good. Sucks because of the tropical storm. No one's, there's not many people that are down to train. We have Nogi tomorrow. Got a full week ahead of us of training. It just sucks because I switched rotations on my job where I'm on nights now, and I can't train as much during the day because I'm asleep. So waking up early for me, let me just pick this up. Waking up early for me as opposed to someone else who's like waking up at 10 or 12. Yeah, I get off work at 6. As long as I wake up at 12, I get a solid 6 hours of sleep and I'm good to train for the rest of the day. Also depends on, how work was gone and all that stuff. But yeah, now that I'm on nights, this is a little bummy because I can't train as much. However, not that I can't train as much, scratch that. I'm training as much. However, I'm lifting more because the gym's open 24/7. I can just go in there whenever. And jiu-jitsu, it's just based on whoever's willing to come into the gym with me and get some rounds in, which usually there's people that are always like down to train, which I'm lucky for. And blessed to have a solid team of people. Let me turn these blinders off, or blinders, wipers. I'll catch you guys later. Some coffee and the water. All right, we're headed to, it feels like I already automatically switched to like the cringy, gross voice. I'm gonna talk normal. If I sound weird, it's not because of COVID. It's because my allergies are out of whack. But we're headed to jiu-jitsu. Gonna go get some no-gi in and train. It's the last final week before Atlanta Open and no-gi pans. What's so funny? Yeah, it's the last week before the Atlanta Open and no-gi pans. But getting ready for, again, just fine-tuning and just trying to perfect what I've been working with Nick, Leo, and Monty, and Wade. And just making sure I'm prepped to go. I'm looking forward to it. Different mindset going into this one as opposed to the other ones. But on the way to jiu-jitsu now, I think I ate too much acai, which could be a good thing or could be a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. But it's gonna be unfortunate for anyone that gets caught in a triangle tonight as I sip on my coffee at freaking 4 p.m. But not bad. Yeah, if you noticed anything different about the filming, Addie's back home. So she's back on the camera, and my vlogs are gonna look a lot better now. But yeah, just going to the gym and get the training in. So I'll catch you guys at Control Jiujitsu for some no-gi. And I got a new rash guard.
Shout out to Moya.
That's it, cut. I see you at the gym. No more.
Yeah, CrossFit, I wore my gymnastics strips because the kettlebell stuff, just like, when your hands are sweaty, it just like tears. So it's not even like building power, it's not just like ripping.
Who you kidding around? All that hating still can't bring me down. Matter of fact, look how I'm living now. Can't give you figures, it's a big amount. Spanish woman with me sipping crown. I'm just here to have a look around. Get to work, I'm here to lift some pounds. I'm on another wave, a different sound. I'm like 2:45. I'm still working 500 degrees. Passion burning, I think you forgot. You must have forgotten, I do this a lot. I just made it up, yeah. It's Nate Rose, sipping bourbon in the gold. Say, hey, that's how I roll, I just had to let them know. If I have to ask again, tell them hoes out of yours. Call my phone, that's a no, I suppose I let them go. 86, I'm quick as hell. Play the victim, wish you well. Now we ain't giving out no free pass. Keep all that shit to yourself. That shit to yourself. I'm like 2:45. I'm still working 500 degrees. Passion burning, I think you forgot. You must have forgotten, I do this a lot. I just made it up, yeah. I'm feeling alive. Wake up, rise and grind. Black tea, squeeze a lemon when it's time to realign. Put my lady in some fur, ponder how we made it hurt. She said hard work, dedication. I said, bitch, I concur. Thomas sour on the table, clam chattering for kasha. Heard you said you coming for me, I ain't heard a word about you. It's not nice, I feel like Baka. Hopping out, I do my dance. For my people, for my fans, from the planet where I stand. Oh yeah, I'm still working. You ain't working on yourself, what's your purpose? You just only see the problem on the surface. I see everything I need behind the curtain. And tell your girl if she your girl to quit lurking. Hey, I'm confident in myself, yeah, I'm certain. I'm so bored with the new wave, bitch, I'm surfing. Off the head, I got a rap, yo, I'm turban. Take a step, you get nowhere, yeah, you jerking.
Alright, what's up guys? So we just got done with no-gi training. I'm gonna go in and teach 4 submissions from inside the guard that every white belt should learn, alright? So I'm gonna use my buddy Emmanuel. We're gonna start from guard. The first one we're gonna go over is the triangle submission. Again, it's from the guard. And now what you wanna do for the triangle, you're gonna grab both arms and by the wrist. You're gonna shove one in as you pull one. So you're gonna open up your legs, toss one in. You're gonna put foot on the hip to cause an angle, slam down on the neck. And what you're gonna do is, for longer guys, I like to trap it with my armpit here, and then you're gonna grab your shin. From there, you're gonna come in close and create a triangle with your legs. Now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna squeeze and do a crunch as you squeeze, and then get the tap from there, all right? Again, it's a triangle. So real quick, what it looks like, you're hitting the guard, foot on the hip, in, out, trap, squeeze, triangle. The next one, number 2, we're gonna go for arm bar. And what you're gonna do is grab the wrist, come across to the tricep, again,
Foot on the hip is gonna be a common factor in a lot of these because it's gonna create that angle to isolate the arm on one side. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push on the ear, come up, never cross your feet, never point your toes. This is called Jiu-Jitsu feet. Grab by the thumb to make sure the thumb's pointing up, and you're gonna hip up as you pull down to get the tap. All right? So now a little faster, wrist, tricep, hip, angle, ear, Jiu-Jitsu feet, up. Create the tap. Now, number 3, it's gonna be the Kimura. A lot of times what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring guys in to either, they're gonna plant their arms here or plant them on the mat. When it's on the mat, that's your green light to go. You're gonna arm on the, trap the wrist, you're gonna come up. All right, I have to open up my legs because my legs are small, but you're gonna come in, inside the arm, loop in, grab the wrist, and then you're gonna close your legs as you bring it in, and then that way. All right, you're gonna bring it in towards the other ear to get the tap. All right, you can't create the Kimura here because he's a lot more flexible. You want to chicken wing it because the range of motion is a lot lower on the shoulder. You're just gonna come in. That way to cause a tap. All right, so a lot faster. Again, you're gonna come in here, make him post, trap, open up just momentarily, close, chicken wing, and then come up and in. All right, now the last one. If you can't get the Kimura, so I come here, right? I come up, it doesn't work. I'm gonna come around to the neck to get the guillotine, close, and I'm gonna connect my hands. Come on this side, so you can see, try and close it on the wrist here. It's the blade of my wrist that's on the neck. And I'm not gonna pull this way, because watch, I can pull hard, it's not gonna work. He's not gonna tap. Now watch how quick he taps when I crunch in, and I go. You gotta crunch in as you cause pressure on the neck. It's gonna close in the space, kind of like an anaconda. And then you're good, all right? So in unison, it's the triangle, armbar, Kimura, guillotine. If there's anything I wish I learned as a white belt, day 1 coming in to rep out, it's those 4. Even if you're not a white belt, blue belt, come in and rep those in as much as you can, because as soon as you perfect those, that kills your game. I mean, that kills the other person's game. You're golden. As long as you have those mastered, you're gonna hit those everywhere. All right, so that's first session from the guard. I'll catch you guys later.